like, is Game Pass unsustainable? Is it too good to be true? Or is that something that as a consumer shouldn't concern you? Because that's the other half of it.
Well, see, a conscious consumer.
A conscious consumer, yes.
Yeah, that's the difference. Like most people just consume, take. Yeah, I was gonna say Terry is
Terry don't care.
our example, but no, but even though that's the case, you still feel like, dang, like these people's putting out all this stuff for us, and now they're just
because the money's got to
gone.
come from somewhere.
Yeah.
Like they bought the studios, they're paying for the games. The games are profitable from what they're saying. They're saying that Game Pass is profitable. So that kind of takes that leg away from it. But a lot of the industry is saying that Game Pass is bad because not everybody has the amount of money to throw around that Xbox has because of its parent company and Microsoft. PlayStation can't really afford to do that. So they don't. They just have PlayStation Plus. But my side of the argument, which is kind of I'm kind of fence sitting on this one. Because the consumer part of my brain is competition is good. This is what capitalism was made for.
Yeah.
Right? I am getting the best value for the money that I put in. I get more video games that are more accessible to me, and PlayStation needs to come up with an answer for that, not me. I don't have to come up with the answer. I'm not PlayStation. I'm the consumer. So I buy Game Pass because it's a good value for me. I get to play more games. I like playing games. I get to play games that I probably otherwise wouldn't have tried.
Right.
Because I'm playing one flat rate. But this is the other side of the coin. I've seen this before, and you've seen it before. Example, Netflix.
Boy, I tell you.
Right?
Boy,
I tell you.
They came in.
You make the cost low for the entry, right? The cost is so low that everybody can't compete with it. So everybody starts trying to offer more shit to compete. They can't keep up. You kill and then absorb.
Yep.
And then you raise the price.
Crunchyroll.
Now, that hasn't happened yet, but
it's coming.
We know.
It's going to happen. Game Pass is going to get more expensive. And if it doesn't, that means that PlayStation or someone else found a way to become competitive with what Game Pass is offering. So the other shoe hasn't dropped yet, but it probably will. It probably will. And you can't be naive and act like you don't know it's going to.
How much would be too much? Well, I won't say that. But how much would be like...
No, that's a good question. How much is too much?
Well, it's $20 now, right? For Game Pass Ultra.
Listen, that's amazing. That's honestly an amazing price. Like,
but what if it went to like 45?
So 45 a month.
45.
60.
Ooh,
60
a month
sounds too
is
much.
crazy.
I was just about to say
Jeez.
$50 would be cool because I would stop at $50.
I think that would push people in the market to get it for the year. Opposed to paying it monthly.
So let's say that they raise it to $50, $50 a month. And then, they always do the promo if you buy the year. If you buy the year, they normally take like 10% off or some shit. They round it down. So let's say $50 a month, 12 months, that's $600. Say that they round it down to $5. They're like, if you buy the year, you only got to pay $5. That's still $500.
Bro, that's a whole new console. Like,
now to get the proper value in what you're doing, you have to play $500 worth of games.
Exactly.
See that, but that don't even sound like.
So at $70
Purrfect,
a piece, that's 7 games in a year. Or if they're $80 games now, because games are going up to $80, that's 6.25.
You make it sound like it pays for itself.
6 to 7 games a year.
I think we've done that already.
And I think that's kind of like
I've played 6 games off the Game Pass this year.
Yeah.
Already. I've played 6. So that value still makes sense to me. I don't fucking like it.
I don't like it.
Oh, don't like it.
Would I pay that? I don't know. I'd really have to sit down and think about it, because at that point I might as well just buy the games.
Yeah.
So they still have to keep that cost below
they're gonna
that
keep
value.
it down to where it makes sense to do the thing,
But even if we had to buy the game, you're still not gonna buy all those games you would play with the Game Pass. You know what I mean? Like, there's games you played that you would have never purchased.
Yeah.
So like
We
now,
always say that too.
So
we
now
always
you're
say
not
that.
gonna purchase. If you go the other route, you say I just might as well buy the game. You're not gonna buy those games because you're like, nah, I don't know if I really like it. I'm gonna have to wait to hear somebody
I don't
say it.
know. I don't want to
Because that's
spend
what
my
you were
money.
doing before Game Pass.
Absolutely.
I don't know
what
if
we were
I'm
doing.
playing.
We'd be like, oh, I know I'm definitely gonna play this, so I'm gonna buy that one.
Mhm.
I'm not sure.
Like, yeah, everybody has this game. I need to play it too.
Yeah.
I need to go back to my Angry Joe reviews, my Skill Up reviews, my fucking the Black Hokage. I need to wait for him to drop a review.
Yeah.
I need to wait for my trusted outlets that I value with my dollar, because that's who I'm basing my dollar off of, before I go play this. With Game Pass, that affords me the luxury of I don't have to do that. I'm gonna play it, and I think it's freeing because, like, I can better discern if I'm going to like this based off of me trying it because of Game Pass. And I think that's the beauty of Game Pass. I don't need your review right now because there's no value attached to it. I've already paid for the subscription. In some cases, I've already paid for the year. I don't need an IGN review. I don't need a Skill Up review. I don't need an Angry Joe review.
It's crazy. That is, it's insane to think about it like that, though. But it's
like I don't need a Game Informer.
You know, I think
do a whole column about
that's
the game.
probably.
I do miss that. I ain't gonna lie.
No, I used to love them.
Game Informer is pretty good. Yeah.
And I also miss, yeah. But anyway.
like that's the collateral damage of this whole thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah. For some things to survive, other things got to die off, and it's like,
because like the Game Pass isn't going anywhere right now. And the way I see it, there's gonna be two avenues. Either one, it's gotta stay competitive. They have to keep the price low. They're gonna increase it a couple times, but it's not gonna get outlandish. And then this is a universe where Sony finds a way to stay competitive, and Xbox finds a way to keep people on their platform, which they're expanding because of the Xbox Play Anywhere, because they want that accessibility to push people into Game Pass.
Like, it's not even console war anymore.
Yeah, that's the crazy part. And that is insane to me.
The console war is over.
Yeah.
It's over. Xbox lost, but like now it's a war over who gets those consistent subscription dollars. Now it's a subscription war. Now it's because it's not even an exclusive war anymore, because PC's getting everybody's shit. PC's getting day one Xbox, day one PlayStation, and then maybe some Nintendo games if you sail the open seas. But
sail the open seas. That's funny.
But I don't know. But then again, in this scenario, one thing is always the constant. We are the consumers. We need to put our money, because our job as a consumer is to find the best value for our hard-earned money. And ethically, Game Pass may be bad because it is Netflix. Netflix did some shitty shit when it came to like raising prices, killing off Blockbuster and like Redbox, the other ones. It decimated the beginning of a lot of the streaming services because everybody couldn't compete with Netflix. There wasn't enough on HBO. There wasn't enough on Disney. But then that also spurred off because the whole thing with Netflix was, why would you pay for cable if you got Netflix? Well, now you're back to paying for cable again because you're paying for Disney Plus, you're paying for Netflix, you're paying for Hulu, and then you're getting the base version of these through your packages that you get with like your internet provider, your phone. So you're getting ads, and the whole goal of streaming was to avoid the fucking ads.
God damn it!
Now the ads are back. They brought them back. They're there. You got to pay a crazy amount for Hulu to watch it with no ads.
For no ads. Like,
I don't know. Yeah. Like this is the discussion that I wanted to have because it's a very interesting one. Because like we are on this course. This is where it's going. It's going to happen. But as a consumer,
the severity of how much that happens is like See, and that's the rough part because again,
because like, why can't I enjoy a game? Like should I feel bad for enjoying Game Pass? Because some developers don't like Game Pass because they think that it creates like a devaluation of what they've created. Because now games that aren't on Game Pass, I'm looking at those like, well, that's not on Game Pass. I gotta pay fucking money for that one. I don't know.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? So
And
then, like, if you're on the
studio,
Xbox,
yeah.
Okay.
I
You made me
think
see it, 'cause I
most
was like-
games that are
In my opinion, I was thinking, I know it's gonna sound crazy, but like if it's on Game Pass, it's probably not even all that good, really. The games that are by themselves, because most of the games I like are not
what's your favorite game right now?
Warhammer.
Your other favorite game?
What was your favorite
Don't
game
you do
before
that.
that?
Don't
What's
you
your
do
other
that.
favorite game? What's your other favorite game?
Open your mouth, say it. Go ahead.
Expedition 33.
What's your top 5 games right now?
Expedition 33.
Expedition 33. All right, whatever.
And
What's your dungeon crawler?
Stop. That's not fair. All right. So what? All right. But that's
and
No,
Call
not-
of Duty.
Call of Duty.
And
too.
Call of
man.
Duty. And like,
Okay. No.
All of it.
But Call of Duty just got there though. In the beginning, Game Pass games weren't, but then they just became to get on there, right?
well, that's the thing, right? They're doing
Yeah,
the Netflix thing.
They
They're
are.
acquiring,
Okay. I see what
they're
you're doing.
building that
Okay,
value.
Okay.
They're
Okay.
killing the competition, and then they're going to raise the price. That's why
Okay.
competition is so
Oh, you want to still
important.
play this? Yeah.
Okay. I see what you said because I was
Is
thinking
this-
about Game Pass before because before, but then more you said it because like
Well, you'd have to go back to like games with gold.
Yeah,
Like
games
Game
with
Pass.
gold.
Yeah, Jesus
Listen,
Christ.
games with gold was the one that got me
Yeah.
a couple of games. I was like, oh,
Mhm.
I enjoy this game. This is,
Yeah.
it's like, oh, it's discounted, shoot, and then it was like,
Mhm.
we're just gonna put everything on this Game Pass because some people want to play that same game over and over again, and if it allows you to play
I
that,
think
it's worth it.
maybe if they come up with like it's only going to be here at a certain amount of time, and then you
Oh yeah,
got to
then
pay
you
for
buy
it.
it. Well, that's what
You know-
they do because they remove some games from Game
But
Pass.
I mean, like,
Well, no, they remove games.
just have like a actual like rotation. Like, I don't know what the stipulations would
Well,
be.
that would
but
be a regression
maybe that would.
back to games with
Yeah,
gold.
games with
because
gold.
That's what
That's
games
exactly
with
what
gold
it
is.
is.
That's what
Yeah.
PlayStation Plus is. Like PlayStation Plus, you need to save those games onto your library every month. Like you need to log in, save
Yeah.
them so that you have them. But at the end of the day, like on Game Pass, you don't own any of these. It is a license. So like
That's crazy too.
you like say you're like halfway through Expedition 33, that goes off of Game Pass. You got to pay for it now.
Yeah.
And you're going to buy it cuz you like it. And like that shouldn't be a problem. You enjoy the game, you should pay for it.
Yeah.
That like you spending the money is rewarding the developer, showing them that you enjoy the game. So like, but they've already got their check from Xbox. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? They're gonna
They
get
already got
they're gonna
broke
get
off.
more checks in the future. But like, it's a different type of check now. Now it's like a royalty because Xbox is now kind of like a Spotify in a way.
Boy, I tell you, that is so
Yeah.
much. Dang,
It is.
I don't know how
and
to
the
feel.
and the sad thing is though, even though we're saying I don't know if I would or I don't know if I won't, we've been doing it already. Game Pass has been
No,
going
no,
up.
no.
Been doing it.
Game Pass
I've
has
said
been
all
going
of
up.
these things. I've said all of these things, and I will return back to my original point. My job as a consumer is to get the best value for my money. I am not a multi-million-dollar corporation. Technically speaking, I shouldn't concern myself with these things. I should be looking for the best value for my dollar. It is Sony's job and PlayStation's job to be competitive with Xbox.
It is.
I hope that they do, because if they don't, we've seen where this goes.
Yeah. Now
But that
it's
is
a
not my
monopoly.
job. I'm excited to see what Sony comes up with because I need them to be competitive. And I also benefit as a consumer.
Yeah. Yep. Come on, son. This is our call for Sony. Hey, please do
Hey.
better. Keep it competitive.
Hey
Well, they're
Sony,
do- well,
I've been
well,
waiting on
Sony
your
won
funky
the-
ass all week.
Sony won the console war. They outsold Xboxes 4-1. More people have PlayStations, but Xbox has now changed the rules. Now they're saying, well, we might not be selling a lot of Xboxes, but like, you see that computer over there? That's an Xbox. You see your Oculus? That's an Xbox. You see your phone? That's an Xbox. Your TV,
Fire Stick,
Amazon.
Your TV is an Xbox. So now they've changed the rules, and now they're getting that subscription money because now they've made being an Xbox a lower barrier to entry.
You can enter at any section. Come on over. You want to be in mobile? Come on in. Come on in.
It's true.
Don't make me sad, man. I'm sad.
Don't be sad, bro. No.
No.
Grab
Capitalism is a dirty word most of the time, but in this case, it is not, in my opinion. It is Sony's job to come up with an answer for these problems.
They definitely.
It is Nintendo's job to come up with an answer for these problems. It is my job to move my money where it needs to go based off of where the value is. Capitalism. Balls in your court now.
The American way.
Yeah.
Trim spa,
baby.
Yep. So if I have my little Nostradamus crystal ball, I don't have a crystal ball. I got these dice. This is my little crystal ball. Will this eventually get bad?
Yes.
Maybe. Yes, probably.
More than likely.
This will probably become a problem. But if it does become a problem, it's because everybody else couldn't compete.
That's their problem.
But that's not our fault.
Yep.
I am still going to stay subscribed to Game Pass because I play a lot of games.
Yeah.
And it's the best value for what I'm paying money for.
Mm-hmm.
I'd rather pay $20 a month than fucking $60 to $80 every time a game come out. And then I have to guess.
This year off of Game Pass, if I'm wrong, like 8 games.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yep. I'm
projecting out into next year. That number might be like 10, maybe 12. You know what I mean?
And that don't even include the game.
Yeah, with all
that don't
the
even
day
include the
ones
game
and exclusives and whatnot.
That's what I'm saying. And half those games, if I had to pay anywhere, because on the cheaper end, $50, like an Expedition 33. On the more expensive end, $80, like Outer Worlds 2.
Oh, yeah.
Like, would I pay $80 for Outer Worlds 2? Yes, I would. I'm playing that whether it's on the Game Pass or not. But, like, there's some smaller indie games. I don't know if they would have also got my money. They may have to wait until a Steam sale. They may have to wait until, like, a Black Friday.
Yep.
And by that time, it's too late. Because a lot of studios go under for that. Like, everybody likes to talk about how good of a game, like, Sleeping Dogs was. Oh, Sleeping Dogs never got a sequel. Why? It didn't sell well. Like, yeah, you may have really enjoyed Sleeping Dogs, but you bought it for $10. You didn't buy it for the $60 when it came out. You bought it for $10. And by that time, it's too late. So...
Too late, but it's like they still get the they still get the exposure, and it's like, dang.
But the studio's gone.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's the curse. That's the curse of being a cult classic. You don't get your recognition until you're dead. It's a Picasso.
People
you know what I
definitely
mean?
don't give the flowers until it's gone for sure.
But then again, that's also not my fault.
That's the best argument about that. I mean, but that's not my fault. You did this yourself.
I support things that I think are cool. There's a lot of games that I play. I'm probably one of the better consumers. I play a lot of shit. I give a lot of shit a chance.
You showed up, dude.
Before Game Pass, I was still playing a lot of games. Even some games that probably didn't deserve the money. But they did what they were supposed to do. They spent the advertising dollars where they were supposed to go.
Absolutely. Because a lot of shit I wouldn't have played. Actually, I know I wouldn't have played. If it weren't for Game Pass, I'll be extremely, what's the word? Chicken nuggets? Yeah, definitely chicken nuggets.
Yeah, you got a chicken nugget palate.
I know what I like.
But now you're like a chicken snack wrap palate. You know what I mean? It's still a chicken nugget. It's just in a tortilla.
Yeah, it's in a tortilla now. Yeah, with a little lettuce, a little ranch on that thing.
Yeah. So.
In conclusion, Game Pass is the best. Sorry.
Conclusion.
We want competition.
How do I say this?
That's it.
How do I say this without sounding like a dick?
If you already said it, bro, it's too late. Be a dick, dude.
Yeah, fuck it. Game Pass is good for right now. And you are not wrong for enjoying it right now. But being an informed consumer is realizing that in the future, if competition doesn't arrive, it's not going to be good.
Then we're screwed.
Then we're screwed. Then we're paying $50 for Game Pass, and that's $600 a year. Then there's no other competition. Like competition is good. Competition is needed. Like we don't get better consoles if we don't have competitive consoles. Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like if Sony's the only one making consoles are not going to be cheap. They're going to be more expensive because now Sony has a monopoly on them, so they can charge whatever they want for them. You need the other side of that coin. You need an Xbox console to make sure that your PlayStation console is manageable and it's better and it's a value for what you're spending your money on. We need a PlayStation Plus subscription to compete with Game Pass, because if not, Game Pass left unchecked will turn bad.
So would that mean like? So that would mean like PlayStation games would go to Game Pass, or I'm trying to see how it gets bad. You know what I mean? Because like that would mean Game Pass would absorb PlayStation. Is that what we're thinking?
No. So Xbox is moving away slowly but surely, moving away from consoles.
Okay, I see.
Their next console is going to be more like a PC than anything. It's going to have different storefronts. Game Pass is.
So what you're saying? I mean,
you know, like in the movies and shit, like the fucking living Jello monster. Like you fucking throw punches and shit at it, but it just absorbs it.
Okay, so so then there won't be no more consoles then, so PlayStation is going to be ruined because there's no more consoles. And now it's just games being developed and not actually exclusive to PlayStation, because is that what you're thinking about?
It's a little bit than that.
Oh, okay, because to be honest, I'm having a hard time trying to see the bad in Game Pass, because that would mean that
the bad of it is, so the whole point of a console is that you get a pre-made piece of hardware that plays all of the games that it needs to, and it also has the exclusive games for that platform. Without those exclusives, the console is kind of pointless.
Right.
Because then it becomes a power issue, and say what you want about the PlayStation 5 and the Xbox Series, they're really fucking similar when it comes to computing power. So like they even each other out because they're both trying to push the pace, and then they end up meeting kind of in the middle. Except for like the Xbox 360 and PlayStation 3. Like the Xbox 360 just blew that shit out of the water.
Yeah.
But you need that competitiveness, because then that's when they have to come up with other things. When the hardware gets taken out of the equation, then it becomes exclusives. That's why we get a God of War. That's why we get a Ghost of Yotei. That's why we get a Death Stranding 2. And on the other hand, on Xbox, that's why we get a Halo. That's why we get a Gears. That's why we get a Forza. Because you needed those exclusives to drive the price of the hardware, so that when you have the hardware, you buy the software and you spend the money. It's where you're spending the dollars. So if Xbox ceases to make hardware, PlayStation no longer has to innovate. They no longer have to push that pace. They no longer have to create that value for that dollar. So now, the next PlayStation, without another Xbox to compete with, there's no reason to push that boundary.
Okay.
There's no reason to create that better value, because there is no competition.
So now I'm saying it differently, because all I'm thinking about is like games. So
then it comes down to who has the better games and where you can buy them. So if Xbox is pretty much like, hey, we are a PC now. Well, if I already have a PC, why am I buying this Xbox PC? Well, no, you get the PlayStation for the games.
Well, yeah.
But if I have a PC, I get the PlayStation games, because a lot of the PlayStation games are day one on PC, just because PC is now the next growing competitor. It's always been there in the background, but they didn't get their games until a year later. Now they're getting them day and date. If you have a PC with Game Pass on it, you now get PlayStation games, Game Pass games day one, and all of the Steam sales. You are winning. PC is the quiet kid in the corner that has all the answers in class.
Okay.
He's just letting the dumb kids fight about it and struggle to read. You know what I mean?
That's funny. Okay. So, because I would just... Okay. All right. Okay.
But the competition aspect is the important part. Without competition, we don't get better shit.
Innovation and shit like
that. You just get whatever they decide that you get. And you never want to let a company set the price.
Right.
Never let them set the price.
You never want them to do that.
See, I wouldn't think about it that way.
That's when you get $1,000 PS5s because there's no competition. That's when the PS6 costs $1,200 because a decent PC will probably run you like 11.
Okay. Yeah. That's not. See, I wasn't thinking it that way. I was just simply thinking like, if it's just Game Pass and gaming and shit, then I'm just gonna get all the games on Game Pass, and there won't be no console. But then there's no innovation. I ain't see it that way, bro. I didn't.
Right there.
Competition is important.
Yeah, see,
competition is important.
All I was thinking about was buy. Oh, I gotta buy that now because it's all gonna be in one place. Great.
Now you're a conscious consumer, Terry.
When you know the path, you see it in all places. I'll give you the perfect example. And this has nothing to do with video games, so some of you are just going to go mind blank. Diabetes medication. How much does it take to make?
I don't know. $4?
Like 10 cents. How much do they sell it for?
$300.
Way more than that.
Wow.
Do you know why? Because there's only like 1 or 2 people that make it. They set the price.
I didn't know that. I didn't know that. So you trying to tell me there's one motherfucker in the world like, hey, me and no boy make this 10-cent drink right here, bro, that your body need. And since I'm the only one making it,
10-cent drink.
Well, here's the thing, right? Like even if you want to compare it to like a movie, like we're talking like God, the one where they have the cars in the desert, fucking.
Oh,
Mad
Max.
Mad Max.
I was thinking Furiosa.
Mad Max. The guy in Mad Max was the king because he controlled the water.
He showed up there.
You need the water. So whatever the fuck he says that you need to do to get the water is what you're gonna do.
Witness me.
You don't have a choice.
Witness me.
There it is. That is crazy.
If everybody's got water, the guy selling water needs to figure out a way to sell that water.
Killing the competition.
Literally.
Right? Corporations don't give a fuck about you. They don't. Corporations do not give a fuck about you. Their goal is to make you part with your money. Your goal is to choose where you put that money
where and when,
based off of the value in which of the product or whatever that they're selling.
Yep. Dang, look at Terry. Terry's awake now.
I've been awakened.
Third eye.
My Sharingan has opened up now. But I don't want to use it too much because I have to go blind and there's not enough YouTube out here to steal the eyeballs.
Yeah. In conclusion, competition good, corporations bad, AI is unavoidable. It is the future. Hopefully that shit don't get bad because that's kind of gross. Because the next goal is to figure out how to put AI into your video games.
I don't want that.
Nope. Nah. I don't want Cortana.
Like, what happens if, like when you know how games...
Using AI to make development cheaper, therefore less developers, more AI, less creativity, that you lose that human aspect. You need that creativity. These are the people that make these games. You need people in order to have games.
Yeah.
They're trying to limit the amount of people that you need to make those games through AI. So that's also gross. That's bad. But it is, like Thanos said, it is now inevitable.
Everything you've done has brought you back to me.
But what can you do? There's a few things you can do. Over in the EU, they have a couple things. When it comes to game preservation, they have the Stop Killing Games petition. We can't sign them as Americans, but if you know somebody that's not, you can send them that. You can vote with your wallet. If you know that a company is using AI to develop games and not using people, you can just not buy it. Sometimes that's hard because, it's a fucking hobby. You want to play the game, but sometimes you got to vote ethically with your wallet.
I want to play that game so bad. I want to play that game so bad.
Lead, Brick.
Yeah. But just stay informed. Be an informed consumer. That's the best way to combat the things that you don't like. Yeah. But that was a discussion. We discussed. I feel properly discussed.
I feel properly discussed
and disgusted.
Definitely the second part, disgusted.
Yeah.
Anyways.